Hey guys, welcome back. Today's focus is going to be on your hips. So short little 20-minute flow to get those hips open. So finding your easy pose to start with, or half lotus. Let's just start to roll your shoulders back a few times, just loosen everything off. Backwards and then forwards. Whatever you feel like you want to do, maybe wiggle it out a little bit. And then we'll take a deep breath in, reach your arms up to the sky, lengthen, gaze upwards. As you exhale, let's bring those hands through the heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale. One more, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring those hands through the heart. And then just take those hands on top of the thighs, close off your eyes, and we'll just take a few moments to breathe. So beginning to take that awareness to your belly, deep breaths in, and then as you exhale, let it out through the mouth. Feel that belly start to draw in on the exhale. Inhale, the belly starts to expand. Exhale, let it go. One more, inhale. And exhale. Now slowly blink your eyes back open. Draw your right ear over to your right shoulder and just get a nice little stretch in your left side. Inhale, start to roll the chin to the chest as you make your way to the opposite side. Again, drop that left ear to the shoulder. You can close your eyes again if you wish, or just keep the eyes open, whatever works. Inhale, we come back to center. Exhale, let it go. Again, inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Maybe wriggle it out again a little bit from side to side. Just flow it back. Wake up into that waist. And then we'll inhale back through center. Exhale as you hinge forward from the hips. The hands come behind you. You want to kind of feel like you're going to grab hold of your butt basically. And then just let the forehead drop down to the floor if you can. A little bit of a stretch into your glutes. Inhale, we reach the arms back up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring those hands into the heart. So if you're in a cross-legged position or if you're in your half lotus, just start to switch the cross of the legs, alternate in each side. And again, we'll inhale, reach those arms up to the sky, finding that little bit of a flow from side to side. And inhale back to center. Again, exhale, chest draws forward. We want to grab hold of those butt cheek. Bring that forehead to the floor. Keep pressing your weight back into the hips. Try not to let the hips lift off the ground. Inhale again, reach your arms up to the sky. This time we'll find your side bend. Take it over to the left. So we're going to find a little bit of a pulse movement here. So pulsing just to wake up into that side body. Just nice and gentle. 2 and 1. Hold it here. Spin your right shoulder back. Gaze under and look towards the sky, or close your eyes. So depending on wherever you are, maybe you can come down a little bit onto the forearm, but again, just press your weight into that right hip so you haven't lifted. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, take it to the right. Again, find that little bit of a side bend. So we want to pulse here. 3, 4, 5. Hold it still, draw the left shoulder back. Take a breath in, and then every exhale, you're trying to go that little bit further. Just waking up into that side body, creating space. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands to your heart. Finding your way into your tabletop position. As you get there, stack your shoulders to your wrists, knees under your hips, and spread your fingers out nice and wide. Scoop your core in and press the tops of the feet into the mat. So finding a nice strong base, Start to extend your right leg back as you draw that heel towards the floor. And then start to lift the right leg off. Now watch you haven't opened out your right hip here. Again, the back naturally arches, so we want to scoop the core in and find a nice flat back. From there, we breathe in, coming into a little bit of an oblique twist here. So I want you to oblique crunch. Knee comes towards the tricep or the elbow, extend it back. Breathing in, exhale, again, we tap. So we're going to do 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep looking at that knee as it draws round. 8, 9, and 10. Now hold the last one here. From there, we then take the right foot outside of your mat, lining it up to your right baby finger, coming into a lizard pose. Open out your lizard. Just let that foot start to open like a book. And you can start to move, sway it back a few times if you need to, or just hold it for a moment. Just breathe. Inhale through the nose and exhale. If you want to come down a little bit further, drop down onto your forearms. Find a little bit of a hip release. Inhale through the nose. Big exhale out through the nose. Start to walk your way back up onto those hands. Lift your left leg off. Bring that right knee towards your right tricep. And then we step back into a plank. Stacking the shoulders to your wrist. Scoop your core in. Bring the feet together for this one. Take a breath. Hold in. And then we'll just start to sway in some circles, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Keep that head in line with the spine. Warm it up into the wrist joints. And then drop your knees to the floor. Open your knees out nice and wide. Push the hips back into the heels. Come into spider cobra fingers here and drop your forehead down towards the mat. So in your child's pose, if you'd like to find a movement, you can always sway from side to side. There is no need to be still if you don't wish to be still. You can find a little bit of a movement and just sway it out. Inhale, we come back into your tabletop position. Stack those shoulders to the wrists. And we take the right leg back out again. Lifting the right leg off, finding that leg, whatever it's called. Breathe in. From there, we're going to bend into your peeing up the wall pose or your fire hydrant. Stacking the knee in line with your hip. Flex your toes and then bring the knee back to the center as you then extend it back and lengthen. Breathing in. Exhale, we take it round. Hold it and then bring it back. Tap the knees together, extend. Again, open it back out, we hold. Watching you've not dumped your weight into that left side. Bring it back, tap the knee. Take it back. Inhale, bring it round, flex. Drop it down, one more time. Take that leg back. Now naturally the back is going to want to arch here, so really pay attention to your alignment. Squeeze the core in, making sure that back hasn't dipped. Take the leg round, hold it, and bring it back to the center. So dropping the knees down, we come back into child's pose, hips to heels, finding your forehead to the mat, and we'll take the hands behind this time, grab hold of the heels, just take a deep breath in, and then exhale it out. Inhale, come on up, roll the shoulders back. We then change to the opposite side. I'm going to come the other way, so stack your shoulders to your wrists, knees to your hips, and we'll find a little bit of a waggy tail, just wake it up, ponytail wag. And from there, start to take that left leg back, squeeze into your core. This is what's happening, right? So we've got an arch there, so we want to lift it up, scoop everything in, and then lift that left leg. From there, we bring the left knee, tap, 1, take it back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it. And then take that left foot to the outside of the mat, dropping down into your open lizard. Let that knee just open out. You can use your hand if you need a little bit more here. Just press into the palm of the hand and open out the hip. Optional to stay on your hands, or again, you can drop down onto your forearms if you've got a little bit more space to work with. Finding a movement here, or you can hold it still. I'm just going to stay still. So you can relax your right toe onto the floor. I'm keeping my toes tucked because I'm on concrete, so I want to keep my knee nice and safe. But if you're not, you can relax your right toe down onto the floor. Just breathe in and exhale out. One more, inhale and exhale. Start to walk up back onto those hands. Lift your right leg off. This time bring that knee towards your left arm, gazing forward. Press into the hands as you take it back into that plank. Chest goes forward. We'll take a chaturanga here. Drop down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll it through those shoulders. Gaze up or forward. Scoop your core in. Push down into the hands. And then push it back into child's pose. Again, you can find that little wiggle from side to side. I like to move around, especially when I've got music on. I don't like to stay still for too long, so whatever works. And then we inhale again, finding that tabletop position. Let's wag your tail out again. And we're going to move to the left side into your fire hydrant. Scoop the core in. Take the left leg back. And then again, we bring that leg out. We hold it. Tap the knees together. Extend. Happens. Keep an eye on that spine. Take it out. Bring the knees back. Tap. 2. We're doing 5. 3. Tap. Take it back. Always keep an eye on that core and lower back and see what it's doing. Tap. 4. 5. Take it back. Lift. And then lower back. Sit down onto those heels. Roll your shoulders back. Again, just loosen everything off. We'll take the fingertips behind, opening into a little bit of a backward bend. Lifting the heart towards the sky. You rock your head back. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale, bring the hands into the heart. Taking the hands into plank position, stack your shoulders to your wrists, take your feet back. Scoop your core in. Left foot comes to the side of the mat. Inhale, left arm reaches, open that lizard. Left hand comes down, step back. Right foot forward. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, release. Take it back. Repeat. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This time we hold it. Stay here in your open lizard. Reach the left arm to the sky. And we'll just start to take the left hand behind. Grab and hold the right hip. Just spin it around. Spin your left shoulder around. And keep that back leg lifted, nice and long. Gazing up. Stack your knee to your ankle on that front leg. And then we slowly drop the back knee to the floor. Again, finding that open lizard. This time I'm going to use the hand to open it. Just stay here for a few moments. If you're a little bit more open, you can come down into your right forearm. One more deep breath in. And exhale, push into that left hand. Wiggle your left foot back. Squeeze your knee to your shoulder and lengthen out through that back leg. Take the left foot behind, come into plank, step your right foot out. And then again, from there, we're dropping the back knee down. Open your lizard. Press your right palm to your right thigh and spin your right shoulder up to that sky. Again, this right hand, take it behind, and then we're just positioning it towards the left hip. Optional, stay here or drop down onto your left forearm. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Reach your right hand to the floor, left hand to the floor as you start to wiggle your right foot back into the center. Lift your left leg off. And then from there, we walk our way around and sit down into Malasana. So feet out to the side, bring those elbows to the knees, and then just start to wiggle out your hips a few times from side to side. Scooping your core in, keep that spine nice and straight. Reach your left arm to the sky, find your open Malasana reaches. Inhale back to center. Exhale out. Left hand comes down, reach your right arm to the sky. Inhale back to center, we hold. Now I'm going to stay here for a few moments of breath. So bring those thumbs into the sternum. Again, if you would like to, you can find some movement or you can hold it still. Again, whatever works. Take the hands down onto the floor. We wake those hamstrings up this time and we're coming into downward facing dog. So finding your dog, scoop your belly in. Sort myself out here. Shoulders, wrists. Line everything up, wiggle it out for that first downward facing dog. So you want your hands shoulder distance apart, feet hip distance apart. If you want, again, find some movement. You don't have to be still. Shake everything out. Maybe do single arms. Practice the elbows. Push into the hands as you lift that tailbone to the sky. Breathe in. And exhale it out. Press down into your right foot. That left foot starts to lift as you stretch into the right hamstring. Switching sides. Left foot, push it down, heel to mat. Come up high onto your right tippy toes. And then release. Inhale, roll your way forward into a plank. My top's going to come off any second. And that right foot again steps outside, finding your open lizard. Inhale. Exhale, drop it down. Release the right hand down, look forward. We're going to stay here for a few moments. Breathe. If you are more open, the option is there again to come down onto your forearms. Again, you've got an option here. If you'd like to tuck your toes or stay on the back foot. So you're pressing into the top of that foot. A little bit of a variation. One more breath. Slowly lower the back knee to the floor. Walking your way back onto those hands, gazing forward. Tuck your toes under. Whoa. My knee's sore on this concrete. Lift the left leg, step back plank. Finding a side plank, turning onto your left wrist. Stack the shoulders to the wrist, reach your right arm up to the sky, up and over. Now again, we'll lift your hips up nice and high, push into the left hand, maybe roll your right shoulder back a little bit more as you spin your right gaze to the sky. Woohoo, don't fall over. Find a little hip dip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right hand to the mat. Scoop your weight forward. Chaturanga. Inhale, woo, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, roll it forward to plank. Stack the left foot to the outside of the mat. Drop that back knee to the floor. We find your lizard again. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop down onto the forearms. Hold the pose. Again, optional to lift off onto the top of that right foot. Keep scooping into the core. Holding. Slowly lower the back knee to the floor as you press up onto those hands. Looking forward. Take a moment. Lift and tuck those back toes. Step back. We then make our way onto that side plank on the opposite side. So stacking your feet on top. Again, just check your wrist is in line with your shoulder. And we find those little hip dips. You can keep your left hand on the hip as we hip dip for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift it up and hold it. And then take it back into plank. Downward facing dog. Push your weight back into your butt. Lift your butt towards the sky. Ooh, shake it out. Lift that butt to the sky. Wiggle it out. And then inhale, roll your way back into plank. This was not a good choice of top to wear. Drop the knees to the floor. Push your weight back. Hips to heels. Stretch it out. Child's pose. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Cactus your elbows. Open out through that heart. And then maybe take it back again. Press into your fingers. Open up that chest. Optional to keep lifting up. Drop it back a little bit more, stretching it into the front of the legs. Exhale, drop those heels, hips to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Take your right knee to your wrist. Slide it up and then down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're doing 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open out that right leg and then slide the left leg back as we come into your pigeon pose. Just look back and check that your leg is in a nice straight line. Square your hips forward, taking your fingertips to the outside of the mat, breathing in. Exhale. Inhale. Gaze towards the sky. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more round. Inhale. Exhale. Bring that right arm, thread it through, drop your right shoulder to the mat. Push your palms together here. Little shoulder opener. Watch you've not rolled onto your right hip. Right ear to the mat. Should be feeling a little stretch through your right butt cheek here as well. Maybe take that left hand behind, grab hold of your right thigh if you can, finding a little bit of a thread the needle pose. Again, just take a few moments to breathe. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Left hand pushes your weight back up, finding that openness again. Push into the hands as you gaze forward. Now right hand into the center of the floor. Inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky, and then pick up your left foot. Screaming pigeon. So watch you not open out that left hip here. Square your hips forward. Breathe in. As you exhale, try and hinge a little bit further forward, depending on how that left hip is working for you today. This is not a nice pose. It's not one of my favorites. And then slowly release the left foot down. Press into your hands as you gaze up to the sky. Lift your weight back, finding plank, shaking out the right leg if you need to. Inhale, left leg, take it to that wrist. Again, for 1, sliders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Draw it down the wrist, open the left leg as much as you can, and then slide the right leg back. Just gaze down and check everything's in a nice straight line as you roll your right hip forward. Walk your hands back, open out your chest, gaze up. Fingertips outside of the mat, breathe in. As you exhale, we do that little flow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Threading the needle, take the left shoulder down onto the floor, pressing the palms together, holding for a moment, or taking the right hand behind, grabbing hold of that left hip or left thigh. Hold it here. Slowly start to take the right hand back, push your weight into that right hand. We'll open out a little bit more here. Left hand down, inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky, take it behind, grab hold of your foot. This might be enough to just stay here. Or if you feel a little bit more open, breathe in. And then as you exhale again, we'll just start to tilt the weight forward a little bit. Maybe you can get that butt to connect with a heel. Some days I can, some days I can't. It always depends what I've done, if I've been running or if I've been lifting weights or doing squats. Every day is different, just remember that. One day we can do it and other days we can't. Slowly release the right foot down towards the floor. Push your weight into those hands and lift your way back into plank. As you're in your plank, we are going to come into some shoulder taps. So scoop your core in, shoulders, tapping it out. 3, 4, 5. Try and keep the hips squared as much as you can. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hold it still in your plank. Inhale, chest goes forward, drop down, chaturanga, upward facing dog. And exhale back, child's pose. Drop that forehead to the floor. Press your weight up, we're coming into deer pose. So, using your mat as an alignment guide here. You want your knee to your ankle, nice and straight. Flex your toes, and then that back leg, hip to knee, knee to ankle, flex the feet. Deer pose. From there, shift your weight into the center. Take a breath, and then exhale, start to hinge forward. I like to grab hold of that toe just to make sure my toes are flexing, and then just bring the forehead down. Take a few moments. This is quite a nice stretch. It shouldn't feel painful or tall, just a nice stretch. Inhale, push your weight back up. Exhale. Finding a little twist, so twist into your left side as much as you can, and then as far as you feel like you can't go anymore, this is when you can start to drop down into your forearms. So the forearms drop, and we're just in a little twist. So twisting and rinsing out into your spine, resetting everything. It's really good to reset your spine alignment, because if not, it can start to get stiff, seize up, and then we can get into some spine issues. Start to press your weight back up, and we'll switch to the other side. Right foot comes out. Again, flex your right toe, line everything up, knee to ankle, flex the feet, knee to hip, ankle to knee, flex. Shift your weight forward into the middle, breathe in, and then start to gaze down towards the floor, flexing those feet all the time, making sure they are keeping the knees safe. Inhale, we come up, and then exhale. Let's twist to that right side as far as you can take it over, and then drop your forearms to the mat. Take a few breaths. Inhale, push your weight back up. We then find your rockabye baby. Yay! Stay the suit. Grab your right foot. Left leg's out. So make sure you're on that sitting bone. Keep flexing through your left foot here. And then you grab this foot here, and just imagine you are stirring the soup. You can straighten the leg out. You can bend it, whatever you want to do here. And then we flex your foot, and we take it to the elbow crease, and you bring the opposite elbow in here and give it a hug, and then we rock your baby, basically. Breathe. Flex your toes. Always flex your toes. Do not forget. Keep that knee safe. And watch you've not rolled into the spine here. This is an easy pose just to kind of forget about your alignment, so keep everything nice and lifted. We then start to stack your right knee on top of the left. We're going to work into that hamstring, into one of my favorite poses for the legs. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Again, stay active through the left foot, hinging forward from your hip. Keeping your knee safe, you can take the hands underneath so you prevent the knee from locking out. So you don't want to lock that knee joint. So you can take one hand on under the knee, grab your foot. You might be here if the hamstrings are a little bit tight, or you may be able to get the forehead to the knee. Let's take a few breaths. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale. Switching sides. Right foot comes out. Take that left leg. Again, we find your stir the seat movement. Don't even know if that's the name of the pose, but I just named it that. Just you know. And then take your foot to the inside of that elbow and the opposite elbow. Scoop everything in, core as well. Remember, keep that core switched on at all times. Flex your feet. Stay nice and tall and lifted through your spine. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale. Stack the knee on top of the ankle. Oh, knee to knee, sorry, not an ankle. Inhale, reach the arms up. Caterpillar pose. Exhale, no, it's not a shoelace. Doesn't matter. It's still working those hamstrings. Bring the forehead to the knee. Again, you've got an option here to take one hand underneath the knee to make sure the knee hasn't locked out. Or you can just take the hands to the foot, but being mindful that this knee needs to stay safe. Never locking out any of those joints, remember. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And exhale, bring the hands back down. Finding your butterfly position, bring the feet together. And we're going to fly your butterfly wings a few times. So just let your feet open out like a book. Fly your wings. Let's do 10, 8, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it still. Inhale, lift the heart, and then exhale. Roll your chest towards those feet. Maybe you can get all the way down, or maybe you can't. Again, it doesn't matter. Every day we're different, especially if you're women. Certain times of the month, your hormones are a little bit more active, which means that your hips are more open, especially around the time of the month and also in pregnancy. So just be mindful that your body is always changing. Breathe in, exhale, try and go a little bit further. One more breath. And then slowly inhale as you bring your knees back into the midline. Just give yourself a little hug into a ball. Forehead connects to the knees. Squeeze everything in. We'll find a little seated cat-cow. So inhale, open out the chest. Look up or close your eyes. Exhale, draw the chin to the chest, belly draws to the spine. Find a rounding into that back. Inhale, we open everything back out. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, come back to center. One final pose, take your right leg out, working into those hip flexors and quads. Grab hold of your left ankle, finding half straddle here. Squeeze your knees together, flex through your right toe, and make sure you're not sitting on that left heel. You want to squeeze everything together to start with, and then walk your hands back. As you get there, you'll want to find a little lift here, so we're not relaxing. I mean, you might already be feeling this stretch here, so it might not be relaxing. But if it is, we want to inhale to open the chest. You push into the hands. You find a little bit of a back bend. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then drop your head back. And that might be enough for you. If not, if you want to go a little bit further, you can come down onto your forearms. Now, I always see this in class. People are here. So if that knee is lifted, don't even go there. Keep your knee connected to the floor at all times. Breathe in. As you exhale, you then come down onto your back. You flex your right heel, and you are finding a little backward bend here. So you are arching that spine. And then I'm going to cactus my elbows and just enjoy the stretch happening. If you do have any knee pain at all, come out of the pose. There should be no knee pain. It is one of those poses that might make your knee niggle if you have any knee issues. And then slowly we press into the forearm to lift a weight back up, and then bring the left foot round. So just shake it out, and take hold of the right ankle, spin it around. Again, bring your knees together, walk the hands back, open the chest, and then slowly as you exhale, you walk your way onto those forearms as you come down to the floor. One side may feel different to the other. Just again, watch that left foot. Now it has a habit of just kind of switching off. Don't switch it on. Left heel connects to the mat, flex your toes. Everything needs to stay active in yoga, even here with the hands. Like, I'm just kind of hanging out, pressing into the hands. Open out those fingers. Lift, push into your arms as you lift and find a little opening into the back, the chest. Everything works in yoga. We're not relaxed. Well, we are. Grab hold of the foot. Inhale. Lift your weight back up. Bring the right foot around. And then just shake out those legs. Alright. So, coming into a cross-legged position, or you can find your easy pose, half lotus. Take one foot to the inner crease of your thigh and just take a few moments here. If you do have your full lotus, you can take the opposite foot as well and lift it. If not, again, there is no rush to get into any of these poses. So let's just wiggle it out. Bring the hands into the heart. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, open those arms to a cactus and let it out. Bring the arms forward. Hands to the heart. Inhale through the nose. Cactus the elbows. Exhale, push it away. One more round, bring those hands in. Open it out. Inhale, I didn't stop it out. As you exhale, everything, push it away. Little forward fold. Bring the forehead down. Namaste. Awesome, guys. So that was a little bit of an easier flow compared to what I normally do. But if anyone wants to join my 1 hour classes, they are on Zoom. And just DM me if you want to join. If not, I will see you on the next YouTube class, or scoop to my Instagram for more stuff on yoga and nutrition as well. Or check out my book, Beauty and the Gut, if you want to learn about how to be healthy from the inside out with food as medicine. Namaste, guys.